House-sitters, have you ever been accused of breaking and entering? I was house-sitting for my neighbors while they were on vacation. All I had to do was feed the dog, water the plants, and try not to burn the house down. They even told me to make myself at home. So I was sprawled on their couch eating their fancy crackers and watching a show about people who flip houses but clearly have no idea what drywall is. Then I heard it. Aggressive knocking. Not polite knocking. Not oops, wrong house knocking. This was full-on open up, it's the FBI energy. But here's the thing. It wasn't coming from the front door. It was coming from the backyard. I walked over to the sliding glass door, and there she was, a woman I'd never seen before, standing in their yard, pounding on the glass like she was trying to break through with sheer rage. She pointed at me and mouthed, "Who are you?" I blinked. "Lady, you're in their yard." I opened the door, ready to calmly explain the situation like a reasonable human being. She didn't let me get a word out. She immediately started yelling that I wasn't supposed to be there, and that she was calling the cops. I said, "Ma'am, I'm house-sitting." She crossed her arms. "I know everyone on this street, and I've never seen you before. Cool origin story, but I'm still allowed to be here." I pulled out the house key they gave me and held it up like it was evidence in a trial. She squinted at it like I photoshopped a key into existence. Then the dog walked up, the dog they specifically told me to take care of. He wagged his tail, licked my hand, and sat down next to me like we were best friends. She looked at the dog, then at me, then back at the dog. "You could have poisoned him to gain his trust. Ma'am, that's not how dogs work." But nope. She was fully committed to her theory that I was some kind of criminal mastermind who broke in, befriended a golden retriever, and decided to relax on the couch with premium cable. She pulled out her phone and dialed. I just stood there holding a watering can, looking like the least threatening person alive. 10 minutes later, a cop showed up. He walked into the backyard, looked at her, looked at me, and sighed like this wasn't his first ridiculous call of the day. She immediately launched into her case. "Officer, this man broke into my neighbor's house and I caught him red-handed." The cop turned to me. I said, "I'm house-sitting. They're on vacation. I have a key, I have their dog, and I have their permission." He asked if I could call the homeowners to confirm. I pulled out my phone, dialed, and handed it to him. The homeowners picked up, confused, and confirmed everything. The cop nodded, handed my phone back, and turned to the woman. "Ma'am, he's supposed to be here. You, however, are currently trespassing." Her face went red. She mumbled something that sounded like sorry, and speed walked out of the yard like she just got caught stealing church donations. I thought that was the end of it. 2 days later, the homeowners came back. I told them the whole story, and they were just as confused as I was. Then they dropped the bomb. Apparently, she didn't even live on their street. She lived 2 blocks over, and had been cutting through their yard as a shortcut for months. So not only did she trespass, call the cops on me, and accuse me of a crime, she wasn't even their neighbor. I got paid extra for emotional damages.